sir. Now you live now.
Where my chat box at?
What's this? Artemis. Excuse me.
Oh, I need my Epidemic Sounds music. A little intro. Let's see what's today's music choice gonna be. Where is the anything coming up? There we go. I hear nothing. Oh. Just felt the kind of vibe right now. I'll give it like 5 minutes. Everybody who want to come in, come in. I know this was a very impromptu podcast. I told y'all last week we haven't gotten it down the best yet in terms of the timing, but we're working on that. They're the only one that we have. I feel like it's fun. What do you think it is? Sometimes it be taking up space on the floor. Hello, how's everybody doing? Setting the mood. So yeah, what are you doing with your voice? About the iPad. I had 5. One of them is pink. Yeah. What's up, everyone? Just like I said, setting the mood for the night. Just got back in. Melissa is about to do some laundry. I'm already in my PJs pretty much. night. Y'all probably like about to go to bed soon. I feel like that's the right type of vibe for the time period, the time that is right now. But welcome to the Bamboo Project. My name is Donovan Gray. How the intro go again? Welcome to the Bamboo Project. My name is Donovan Gray, the future $10 billion man. And on my way to 10 billion, I decided that I am going to help create 1,000 millionaires, including myself. And not by being a guru or selling you a course, but by doing the things I already love to do every day. And as you can see here, documenting the journey to get there.
I make all the mistakes.
Oh, yes. I make all the mistakes, so you don't have to. My name is Donovan Gray, and this is how I turn my life into a living. It's a little rusty. I haven't done it. You know, we have a teleprompter back in the day. I don't have that. And I haven't done an intro like that in a while, so it's not in the top of my mind. But, you know, just for the OG people that be here, I remember the intros. What is on tap for today for y'all? Let's see. First things first. Obviously, I'll talk about the candles. That's our biggest thing right now is the candles. Have a little issue, and I think top of mind is what I'm gonna talk about right now. Right. So, I love y'all. All the candle people in here that do candles and all that good stuff. You know, shout out to y'all. Oh wait, I don't have the chat on here. What's up, Damien? Yeah, this chat is not showing me. Oh, here it is. Okay, now I see it. Listen, she got one right there. Right there. So, listen, glass of wine. We ready to go. I need a wine glass. So, okay, like I was saying, and I'm all open to anybody who has any type of, you know, critiques or what your thoughts might be on this or what I'm about to say, because I'm very curious how you guys will go about it, if you would have any suggestions for me, and just kind of, you know, what your insight is based off your own experiences, you know, so on and so forth. So, as y'all know, I like to give, I like to be very helpful. I like to share any information that I have that's possible, right? That's my personal, ethos. If you come to me and ask me questions, I always want to help, right? That's my thing. Recently, in the park the other day, someone came to the table and she was asking questions about selling in the park. She was asking questions about selling in the park. How much I make. You know what's funny? You say that $1.25 Dollar Tree. Everything's supposed to be $1 at Dollar Tree. It's not Dollar Tree no more. I don't know what that is. You gotta pack them up, put them in the 5 and below store now. So she came up to me. She was talking to me about the candle. She's asking me, you know, what I need to be there. She was asking me how much, you know, we make, and she was talking about her business. She has a candle business, right? She was saying that she's been making candles for 4 years, and she's been saying that she wants to, I guess, turn into a business, but she hasn't until now. So she's done 2 markets in the last couple of weeks, I think she said, and she was saying that I guess she wants to do more of that, or just I'm not really sure, right? I guess a lot of people, I'm always curious about what their goal is with their candle business. Like, that's a very good cameo. What are people's goals with candle businesses? I'm always very curious. Is it to have like some income on the side? Are you trying to be the biggest candle business? Or is it something you do that's for fun? That's a little hobby that, you know, to have some free time? Is it a form of creative expression? You know, I'm always curious, because for me, my thing is I want to compete with Yankee Candle. I want to be like a household name for the candle space, right? And then at some point in the fragrance space, but right now we're starting off with candles. Like, I want to be on the level of, in terms of name or notoriety, of Diptyque, Otherland, Homesick. I feel like they're way below Yankee Candle, because I feel like my mom, like people who don't know candles know Yankee Candle. People who know candles usually know Diptyque, they know Homesick, things like that. So first we want to get past that level and then get to the You know, we heard of that name before, but we don't really know much about it. That's what we want to get to, right? Obviously, you know, get the $10 billion and a bunch of other stuff. So that's how I look at it. That's how I approach it. That's my goal. So I'm at the park. I'm talking to this young lady, and she's telling me that, you know, she has her own business, and she, you know, she wants to make the candles, or she makes candles. So she has said, she was like, "Hey, you look familiar." No, not me. She said that these names look familiar on the candles. She was like, room service, wine down. She's like, something about these that look familiar. And I was like, she's like, "You guys in any stores?" I'm like, "Not really, not." She lives in Jersey. I'm like, "Not any that you might have seen, but you know, we have some in New York that we're in." I'm like, I said, "We have a YouTube channel." She's like, "Yeah, I don't think it's that." I'm like, "All right," because in my brain, I didn't think it was that either, just because I feel like if you watch us on YouTube, you would know who we are when you see us. It's like you would be able to recognize one of us. So she's like, "No, I don't think it's that." I'm like, "Okay, cool. So it's probably not that." So I don't know where she saw us from, or where she saw the brand from. Maybe she's at a market or something like that. But that's what I thought. But she just started doing markets. So I'm like, it can't be that either. She just started doing her first 2 markets in the last month or so. So after we talked or whatever, you know, I gave her some stuff, some help or whatever, some tips, and then she left. Now Melissa doesn't come to the park really, so she might come. She's like in the city doing something else, or she drops something off for me. She'll come to the park. So she had came to the park this day, and when she came to the park, the girl had came back, and she was like, "Oh my God, I know you. I watched your videos, and oh my God, I remember you." So she actually does watch the YouTube channel, right? And she's like, "That's where I've seen the names of the candle." She saw Melissa. She gave her a hug and everything. And she's like, "Oh my God, you know, I love watching videos." And I think her husband might have been there too. And he was like, he liked watching the videos. So, you know, we had, you know, a little small talk again. And then they ended up leaving. And then Melissa ended up leaving also. That might have been maybe a Thursday, right? A Friday or so. I came out to sell candles on Saturday. And she was in the park selling candles. Right? And it's weird because, well, let me ask you. Let me know if y'all think that's weird at all. Do y'all think it's weird if she came to the park selling candles? And also, I'm not gonna say I didn't say it because I probably did. I just don't remember me saying it. I probably say, "Yeah, if you want to come to the park, you know, whatever." I might have said that, right? Is that weird for her to come to the park? That's the first thing, right? Then I was thinking, like, you know, she might come check it out or whatever, see how it is. I've noticed her to come to the park more often. So now my main question, or even why I brought this up, is what do you guys think about, I guess, competition in that perspective, or helping people in terms of things that you are into, right? Like whatever your business is and giving out information about that. Because I've talked to one of my friends, shout out to Tori, and like I said, I'm all about just giving, right? And in this particular situation, to have a store and also be as big as BBW is funny, and Yankee Candle. Okay. Short-term goal is to have. Okay. Okay. So now, like I said, so I'm all about giving, right? Just giving information, things I learned, translating it to you guys, and just, you know, whatever. It has happened before, not with this person particularly, but where people will just flat out copy us. If y'all been here for a while, you know this is very common. When we go to craft fair, people just like come up, try to take our game that we were used to do before. They would take anything they see us doing, they would just try to copy and do the same thing, right? So I've been on the fence. Well, not on the fence. I've been having a conversation with Melissa because she is more on the side of like everything doesn't have to be said, right? So was my friend Tori. Yeah, listen, it's a business. You know, something is, you know, I wouldn't call it proprietary, but the word exists for things that are proprietary. I come from the Elon Musk train of thinking. If some of y'all don't know what that is, it's pretty much like, listen, or I'll tell you what he did. So Souls Embroidery said, I have been in that situation of always being the person that people come to and ask all the questions and bounce ideas off of, or I just give information. Same. So, okay, let me ask you this. Have you ever had to give information for something that competes with whatever you're doing? Oh, now you don't do it. Interesting. Okay. Right. So that's kind of where I'm at. And I'm not even there. I'm just more or less just thinking of, you know, assessing what's happening. And like I was saying, Elon Musk, as you know, Touched by Diversity said, I think there's enough for everyone to eat. Her clients may not be your market and vice versa. I do know what's meant for you, is for you and no one can stop or take it. Right. That's how I feel that same. That's how I feel internally. Right. However, it's hard to battle those things in the moment when you're experiencing something. So with Elon Musk, he has the patents for a lot of electric vehicle situations. Right. You know, I don't know the specifics of it, but pretty much how they make their cars or their batteries, they have patents on it. And he released the patents to other companies to be able to use the same technology that he's using, right? So his mindset is kind of like, listen, one, y'all not going to beat me regardless if you have the stuff that I have, like the patents. Like the patents aren't a thing that's just going to make you now be Tesla, right? It's a lot more that goes into it than just being that. And also, he looked at it as it's better that everybody has an electric vehicle as opposed to just people with Teslas, right? I come from the thought process similar to that, where it's like, listen, well, before I even get to that part, I've also heard many times people will say, people who are very successful, who have already gotten to that, you know, like a higher pinnacle, will say, on my way to getting here, people tried to copy me and take my stuff or my ideas or whatever. And they always say they used to be mad when it would happen. And they say now they've realized after going through it, it's like, oh, anybody that does that doesn't really last, right? They don't really make it that far in the business. Another thing that they always say is that if someone's, let's say, for example, you see my store and I have a red sign, right? And you go, ooh, the red sign is why they're making money. I'm going to get a red sign. And it's like, you don't really have the information as to why our sign is red. Maybe it matches, you know, the brand on the inside of the store. Maybe our store is more, you know, aggressive or high energy, so we make it red, but you're selling something that's different, right? So they say when you copy somebody, you don't really have all the information of doing it. So it doesn't really help you out in the long run. That's kind of, like I said, how I think about it. However, in the moment, it's still kind of annoying to see those situations pop up where someone blatantly like, I'm just going to take this from you. Like, I'm doing this because you did it and I want to be where you are at. As opposed to, and again, I think everybody draws inspiration from other people, as opposed to like, that's interesting that you did that. And the process and why, or the thought process why you did it, how can I apply it to my business? Like, okay, for example, you know, let me think of something. Someone might have a tablecloth that doesn't look very nice, right? They may see us have a rose gold tablecloth. I think the best idea is like, you know what? Let me go home and come up with a way or come up with a table that looks very nice, as opposed to let me just get that tablecloth that you have, put it on my table, right? And I appreciate it more because I'm like, ooh, that's fire. Like, you came up with a creative idea that's your own, even if it's inspired by something that I did or something like that. It's like, oh, that's cool that you did that. Like, that's really fire. So that's kind of how I look at it. But Melissa and I had these combos before where it's like, listen, Donovan, you want to tell everybody everything in terms of like the mechanics and the things that you've done to get to where you are in terms of the candles, right? I don't know if you got to do all of that. I don't know if it's required or necessary for you to do that. So again, that's what I'm asking you guys. Just curious, what do you guys think? You know, I had Touched by Diversity, not Touched by Diversity. Soul's Embroidery gave their thought process where they feel like, listen, I used to do that. I don't do it anymore. So, okay, let me ask you, what are the limits that you have? Because if y'all can't see the chat, Soul's Embroidery said, I am just selective and still help, but there's a limit to how much I say. So what do you like? Where would you say those limits are? Do you feel like it's a monetary limit, like a personal, like where is that at? Because I'm still trying to navigate it, and I feel like right now, again, it literally it happened over the last week, so I've still been kind of thinking about it, because I want to help people, but I want to help in a way where it's like, so that's the thing. I don't. Touched by Diversity said that she may be one of the people you take to the top, and it's like, I don't necessarily think that, only because of the way they're going about it. That's my thing. So if she would ask me questions, I have no problem helping her. I would prefer her to go to a different park personally, just to be like, hey, like you see me here. There are mad parks in the city. The only reason that you're here is because you see me here. But I'm here because someone had recommended me to come here, which was like a shot in the dark, random situation. Hey, what's up, soap lady, with your essentials? I don't know how much you caught up what I was saying, but yes, it's a late night little podcast. So yeah, that's my thing. I'm like, listen, like it would be weird if I'm talking to you guys about whatever we're doing, and then you're like, oh, okay, Donovan said he's here doing this, and doing this, and then comes to the park next to me, sets up a table and goes, here's my wind down candle by I don't know, MBur or something like that. But it'd be like, okay, that's weird to me. Right. See? Okay, so yeah, what I'm pretty much trying to ask people here, I'm asking them, how do they feel about giving information out, or how do they go about it in terms of helping people to ask questions about the business? Okay. Yeah, I definitely went to mad detail, and I think that is probably it too. Because for some reason at the park, people have somehow designated me to be my friend joke about me being the mayor of the park. That is not my intention in any way, shape, or form. Okay, so I'll give you some quick context. I met a girl at the park recently who has a candle business, and she was asking me questions about candles in my business. And then the next day or the day after, she pulled up to the park with her candle stuff to sell candles at the park. So, but off of the information I gave her is why she came to the park. So now in that situation, how would you approach that? Would you have given her less information? Would you have said, hey, don't come to this park? Would you have just given her everything and say, hey, yeah, come up to the park, set up right over here? Kind of how would you go, soap lady? But what was I saying? Oh, right. So it's funny because the other day, right? This is like a week ago. It was I'm going through like a spiritual, I don't know if you want to call it spiritual enlightenment. I don't know. Some weird shit's going on, right? But the other day I'm at the park and I ended up moving my table because it got surrounded by a protest, right? And protest was like stagnant or a static it wasn't moving around anywhere. not she. So as I'm setting up the table, or not setting up, as I'm already set up, it was like a Palestinian protest. They started like standing around the table, end up surrounding me or whatever. So now I'm not really getting any sales because people are blocking the table, right? So I moved my table somewhere else. I'm somewhere else in the park, and some Asian girl walks up to me. I guess she's a woman, but once you hit my age, I'm 30 now. It's like I guess everybody's like young or whatever, right? So she was like really upset about something. I'm like, what are you talking about? What's going on? Like, what's happening? So she was telling me, and I think it's kind of funny. I didn't bring the story up for this reason, but I think it fits in line, which is very funny to me. She was saying that someone in the park has 10 tables. And I'm like, what do you mean they have 10 tables? Like, I don't understand. She's like, at Union Square, they have 10 tables. At this park, they have tables. And I don't understand. I'm like, okay, slow down and tell me what is happening. So she makes crochet art. I'm pretty sure some of y'all have seen that before. If not, I guess I can pull it up. I'll show y'all later. She makes crochet art, right? And she was saying that someone came to her table with a camera and would take pictures of her art, her crocheting art. They would come back the next day or however many days later with the same crocheted art that she made and sell it themselves, because they also do the same kind of art. So she was not really happy with that, right? She was at Union Square. So she said, you know what? I'm going to leave here. I'm going to go to a different park, right? Go to a different park. After about, I don't know, a couple of weeks, one of the people come to the park that she's at. And they start selling the products again of her products that she makes. They make this like a copy of it, right? She's like, you know what? I don't like it. I'm mad, but it's whatever. I'm here. They're here. But then they had another person come to the park and also sell crochet art. So now there are 3 people selling crochet art in the park, right? So she's explaining to me that this is a family, and it's I guess a mother or a lady who runs it, I guess. And they have 8 tables of crochet art at Union Square. Then they sent one person to this park, and that person, she said she was okay. Then they sent 2, now she's upset. She was pretty much telling me to do something about it. And I'm like, what do you want me to do? Like, I don't run the park. I'm not in control of the park. Like, I can't tell them to leave. Like, what am I supposed to do? But she's like telling me, and mind you, the guy that she's talking about is right behind her. So like, I didn't know what was going on. She ran up to me. She's like, this guy right here. She's pointing at him. He's stealing. This is not fair. This is not right. He's literally standing right there, right? He's, probably ESL. And he's kind of like whatever, but he knows something's happening. And then I'm fairly taller than average, so for her to be coming to me and then pointing at him, he felt, I guess he might have thought that I was gonna do something to him or like whatever. So he comes to the table. He starts kind of like, "What's the problem? What's the problem? What's the problem?" Right? So I'm just kind of like, listen. I don't know what y'all got going on. I'm like, she's saying you stealing something. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Like, I'm just selling candles. I'm not involved in any of this. So then he walks away. She tells me, like, oh, I'm going to tell the park ranger about this. And I'm like, listen, no one's supposed to be out here at all. So you telling them, I don't even know that's really the best option to do, because it's going to make it hot. And everybody here is going to be like, first of all, the ranger's not going to, specifically single out somebody to kick out because off of your word of them stealing from you. Like, that's what I don't think is going to happen. I would be very surprised if they ever did that. Also, I feel like there's an ecosystem. We kind of govern ourselves. Unless something crazy, it's like, y'all do y'all thing. Don't hurt nobody else. Don't get nobody sick. Don't fight. Don't defame. Nothing. None of the structures here. And y'all are fine. When you start bringing them in to be like, make him stop doing this and make them move further from me and all other stuff, I feel like that's when they go, listen, you know what? Nobody come to the park now. Everybody go home, right? So she ended up leaving. She was like, oh, before she left, she said, well, if I talk to somebody, can you tell them that he's stealing from me? If I bring a ranger over here? And I was like, sure, I'll say that you said that he stole from you. Because I'm like, whatever. But I brought that up because it wasn't even about the stealing thing. It was about the people stealing the mayor of the park. But people keep coming up to me in the park, and almost every day, probably like 2 or 3 people come to me directly. They go, "Hey, can I sell here?" And I'm like, I mean, no, not like before. I was just saying kind of like, whatever, like, it is what it is. Now I'm like, listen, everybody here is here illegally. So if you want to come here, just know no one here has their permit, really. And if they want to kick you out, they might. They've been randomly selecting people in the last week or two to kick out for whatever reason they come up with. It could be you. That's kind of what I've been saying in the last week or so, right? But people come up, and I've been told it's because, well, this is not the reason I've been told, but people always tell me that we have the most professional table in the park. So maybe they assume that we're like an actual business. Maybe they just assume that it looks like it's more legit, so they ask us. But they come to me all the time and ask me about it. So off of that, I think I've probably seen maybe 3 people who come to the park to sell stuff. But they aren't selling candles, so I don't really care as much. And they're not there all the time. So I'm like, do what you want to do. It is what it is. Have fun. Now, after this incident with the candle situation, I'm more on the fence of kind of saying, like, being very short with people. But I am a personable person. I wouldn't say I talk a lot. I would say that, like, I'm not the best at cutting conversation short, right? That's not my strongest skill. The reason why I think it is because I'm more about making other people comfortable, right? That's more how I have my conversations. I'm asking about you, making you laugh, things like that. That's kind of my personality. So in my mind, to cut the conversation short in those ways, usually, and this could be just my opinion on it, I feel like it kind of sullies the conversation, right? So if someone comes and goes and they're all excited, "Oh my God, I love your candles, they're so great. Oh my, can I sell in the park here?" Like, I don't want, it's difficult for me to be high energy like that, to match you up there. And then when you hit me with that question, I go, "Nah, you can't. No, you shouldn't sell here. Go somewhere else." Like that, it doesn't really, it's not congruent. And that's a problem. So I'm always trying to figure out what's the best way to, like, end the conversation or segue into, like, something else. That's always kind of what I'm in conversation like that. So I think with her specifically, and then again, I've only been there, I think I've been there twice with her now, maybe once. I know she was there today, but I didn't go in today. I thought it was going to rain. But I don't really mind her being there. Like, I don't like it necessarily. What I really don't want, which I feel like is going to happen, is I don't want her to put her table, like, directly across from me or directly next to me. That's what I don't like. And my experience with that, especially being next to other candle people, is that we get a lot of sales. They don't get sales. They feel bad about it. And I also feel uncomfortable making sales or getting sales in front of somebody else that's not getting sales because they're just staring at me. Yeah, I remember this probably from the vlogs where it's like me and Melissa out here, killing it or whatever, and across from us somebody is sulking. They're not getting no sales. Me and Melissa are laughing and screaming with the customers and taking pictures and having fun, exchanging contact information, just having a great old time. And you look across from us and it's someone with like the purple anime depressed lines on them, and they don't know what to do, right? And it's difficult for me to continue to have high energy because I feel like at that point I am throwing it in your face. It's not what I'm doing, but I'm like, now that I've recognized that you are feeling like that, that's how I feel doing what I'm doing. Because I can't look at you and smile. Like, I can't be like, you over there, like, I'm not getting no sales. I'm like I feel like that don't really go together. So I don't want to be at the park and she's next to me or across from me and she starts taking notes about what I'm doing, she tries to copy what I'm doing, and then or gets depressed from seeing us get sales. I don't want that. That's just so. If she wants to go a different part of the park, I feel that'd be a lot better. But actually doing that and standing right next to me, I'd be annoyed with. So, but I'm still trying to figure that part out. Trying to figure out where I think is the best way to handle it. I think tomorrow she might be there, so I'll let y'all know in the next podcast how it goes, because I haven't really been next to her, and when I've been there, she hasn't. I don't think she knew I was there, and she also hasn't been really close to me. Ooh. So like I said, that will be to be continued for that. What's next on my agenda? Oh yes, we have the eviction situation. I think I told you about it already from last week. I guess it really update. I don't know if it's been an update. Not really. We have 30 days to move out, so we're probably gonna stay to the end of May. I'm excited and not excited at the same time. So, okay, when you say film at the park, what you mean? Like go live or like post? It's on my Instagram when I'm at the park. But the only reason that I don't go live at the park right now is I use my phone for sales. So I'd have to like vlogs. I will be doing that, but it won't be anytime soon. I'm talking maybe like 4 months from now, maybe. Because I don't know if y'all can tell. I feel like y'all obviously I could tell that the podcast has not been as consistent as it used to be. But the reason is because everything is really like candle focused. Everything is locked into how can I make it better at the park to make more money. So even today, we came to the Container Store, which is why the podcast is so late. We were going to do it yesterday, but it was my birthday. So I went out with my mom when we got out with her, and then we got back home, and Melissa was making candles when we got back. I was testing out. I just bought a laminator machine to laminate our dust covers. So now this is, I don't know if I can tell a difference, but these are our dust covers, right? And before, they used to just be like cardstock, which I thought was gonna be thicker, but it wasn't, and I didn't like the way it felt. If it rained, it would crumple up under the water. And the biggest reasons why I didn't like the dust covers before is because they would fly away at the park. So when I would be at the park, this is kind of new to us. We never really had a situation where we were outside with no tent. Normally we have a tent, so the wind is not as aggressive to blow away the dust covers. So I'd be out there, dust covers flying away. I'm replacing them. They're getting dirty. I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to take all dust covers off the candle and just thug it out, right? I've been doing that for about a month now with no dust covers. But now what we've seen, which I really hate even more than the dust covers flying away, is the dirt that gets on the candles. Oh my God, that's my biggest pet peeve. Seeing a dirty candle blows. I'll blow a gasket when I see a dirty candle. So now I'll be at the park wiping it with alcohol to get stuff off of it. You know, just regular debris in the air might get on it, and I'm just like, I don't like this at all. So the old dust cover didn't work as well, but I just explained why. So I'm like, you know what? I want to eliminate them, and we had like a test when they were eliminated. It did pretty well. It's heavy enough to stay on the candle. And it's kind of sticky, so like it can stick to the top of the candle without like easily flying away. So that is upgrade that we've made recently. But I had to like buy the laminator machine. I had to buy a new cry cut if you know, like not a cut. What's a cut? What do you call that? It's like, I don't know what it's called, but if you use a cry cut machine, it's like an automatic like cutter or whatever. They have different blades, and we had to buy like a deep blade for it because when we first tested it, it didn't cut all the way through the plastic. So there's that. We had to get the dust covers, not the dust cover. We had to get the bins today for the cart, because another problem that happens is we were using cardboard boxes to transfer the candles to and from the house. They would break apart. So now like the debris and the dust and everything will get on the candle from the box. And I'm just like, I just hate look at the candle and it's dirty. So that's been my main focus recently is like, okay, just fix all these little tiny things here and here, fix that, buy this, fix your spreadsheet, just all the small things, right? So that's why that's as y'all know why the vlogs has stopped, because I'm like, as much as I love the vlogs, I love making them, I love documenting what we're doing, I love all of that. I enjoyed it very much. It's not the best time right now just because we're about to move and we need to have money or consistency in terms of me going outside. So that's why there aren't those videos. But I feel like we're probably like, this is what month is this? May starts tomorrow. May, June, July. I would probably say like August is probably when the videos will probably come back, which there would be about a 7-month gap in the videos. But listen, this vlog, I feel like in the YouTube universe, time is not as strong. Like, oh, a video came out, I watch it, and then by that time I could have edited all the videos so that when you watch them, I could post it like maybe every other day, and then it'll like segue into where we're at that time period, which will be kind of funny because we won't be living here anymore. Isn't that crazy? We're not gonna be living here. Oh my gosh. Oh man, that's crazy. But yeah. So as far as videos go, right, and filming at the park, that's kind of that. And then I wanted to show you guys. I don't know if I have to show it. I don't know if I have to show it. I could just say it. I'll pull it up and I'll tell you guys. So last month or this month of April, right? We made less than we did in March, and I think there's a couple reasons why that may be the case. One, I feel like it rained so much. It rained a lot, but I also feel like once I did the actual math and cross-checked it, we worked basically the same amount of days at the park. So I think I did about 16 days this month. Let me see. Craft fair history. Here it is. Craft fair history. April 25th. Babe, you have my phone? Okay. I don't really need it. I just didn't know if you had it on you. You think it's out here? Okay. Yeah. So, let me see. The last day I worked was the 28th. I work on the 27th? No. 26. I work on the 26th and the 28th. So 26 and the 28th. All right, so yes, this month I've worked 15 days when I've normally worked, well, last month I did 16 days. And for the month at the park, I've done $4,400 this month. Last month I did like $5,000. So we did 124 sales this month at the park. How much did we do last month? We did 174 sales at the park last month. Interesting. That's kind of crazy. What was the average sale of it last month? The average sale last month was $29. Okay, yeah. So we made some changes, right? Right. See. Yeah. Right. I'm telling you, them videos on YouTube. Sometimes you gotta just throw out. You gotta put out the. You got video. Listen, we still have videos from when we were flipping the house. You know how long ago that was? That's almost 2-3 years ago. We still have the vlogs, all that stuff. It's segmented and categorized by the month and the day or whatever, and we just didn't edit it. You know, life, as y'all see, gets kind of crazy. What are you doing, Sushi? So, I appreciate y'all for, understanding that. Because, like I said, I want to get it out, and we will get it out. And, like I said, I think, we're still doing these. Right, it is. Especially if you want to do it at a high level. And we're doing weekly vlogs, which is a lot of content. Like, that's pretty much vlogging or filming every day for the most part. And yeah, and editing hours and hours and hours of content. So we have so much content on our channel. It's so much content. Yes, Rock. Yeah, so when we start making more money, like I said, the goal or plan right now is to make Major Park, and then the next stream of income will be the website. So it's growing that, building that more, because we definitely have noticed that the sales have pretty much, which I think is very interesting. Do you think that we've gotten less online sales because I'm at the park?
That's hard to say because Facebook was down for a little bit. So we weren't getting the ads that we were getting before. And
I still feel like we were doing almost 1,000 or close to 1,000 a month while we weren't at the fair anymore.
I think we were putting more energy into kind of figuring out how to get online sales.
Yeah, because I feel like our sales online have kind of just off a cliff.
I think also because we don't post on YouTube.
Oh, that is true. You know what's crazy about that? Layla from Alex and Hormozy, the Hormozy or whatever, she said that she talked to a CEO, and he used to post organic content, and he stopped, and their sales went down, but the sales weren't tied directly into the organic content. So, but it was just kind of like they just kept seeing you, and they were like, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna buy something." And it's so funny too, which is really crazy. That, oh man, this is really really funny. I didn't put two and two together, right? Like I didn't actually think about that when it happened, but I remember being like, "Man, we haven't gotten sales in 3 weeks." Mind you, we stopped posting vlogs 3 weeks ago. I was like, I don't know what's going on. The sales done went down or something. Definitely not posting the vlog. And it's funny because, yeah, that is, well, we haven't really experienced that, funny enough. Yeah.
I think our best month is October-ish, September, October-ish.
Our best month is when it's warm outside, where it's nice outside. Those are our best months, where it's nice out, where you can still go outside with a t-shirt on, maybe some shorts. Kind of the tail end of the summer. That's what we notice is where we have our best time, but it's still towards the end of the year. But we also have we've never really had summer sales, days where we sold in the summer. We had we had Artists and Fleas, but it was on the weekend. People are outside doing other stuff. They want to hang out with their friends. They're not really going to Artists and Fleas. So I felt like at Grand Bazaar, though, it was still mad people there on the Sunday that we would go.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Right, but I felt they just weren't at Artists and Fleas. So I feel like in that situation, if we were selling somewhere else, like right now we're doing, I think it would be better. The summer won't be a downtime for us.
I also think it has to do, with our Artists and Fleas, it had a lot to do with Smorgasburg.
Right,
and then
right.
The L train and all the other millions of things that would affect that damn place. I think
I think where we're at now, it doesn't get affected as much with those types of things. If the train's not running, it doesn't really matter. Like, there's 1,000 trains that goes to that location. There's always people doing things. The college right there, like, it's
Right. So, I said we're gonna see this summer. We're about 2 months out because what I've noticed, and this is a theory I have. We're gonna see how it pans out later in the summertime. But a certain level of heat does not do well for candle sales. And the kind of heat I'm talking about is when it's so hot that you don't even really want to walk anywhere. Like I'm talking about it's dry, there's no clouds in the sky, there's no wind blowing, you don't want to look up, it's just unbearable heat. My theory is that when you don't think candle in that situation, you just think like water, like I need water or things like that. Which is why we want to bring out the perfumes and stuff for when it gets hotter outside. So we're kind of gearing up for that in the next couple of months. But man, oh man, that heat is crazy. But what was I was talking about the So yeah, I worked 15 days this month. Did $4,400. The average sale, like 3 days ago, or like 3-4 days ago, it was $312. The average sale right now is $277. It's probably a little bit higher because it's the 2 days not on here. Either way. Wait, hold on. Actually, maybe it is higher because I didn't put in. I didn't. Let me see if I remove. What is this divided by? Oh yeah, so it's actually a little bit higher than that. It's probably close to 300. Cause I just added the actual day that I sold. I didn't actually add the money I made that day. So yeah, it's about $300 a day on average, which is really cool to see this. I have on here. Can I show y'all this? Yeah, I'm gonna try and share this for y'all to see this. Damn, where'd Melissa go? Cause I'm definitely gonna butcher this whole thing. So if I do this, I go like this. And I'm gonna put it on the screen. That's easier. Oh, it's not. That makes sense. It's going so slow. Right. So we haven't got reed diffusers yet. We do want to add those. We have room sprays and we have the perfumes. Also, we haven't like solidified a label for it yet. We're still working on the room spray labels and the perfume labels. Honestly, we're gonna change the bottle. That's what we're planning on doing. We're changing the bottle of the perfume so we can stand out more. Let's see. Where was I gonna show you guys? How do I do this? So if I click this. Okay. I feel like, what do y'all see over here? Okay, perfect. But why is it showing y'all that? Why is it showing you guys this? This is how old is this? Melissa's not even in the thing no more. Guys, I'm old. I just turned 30. So you gotta give me a chance to figure this out. Let me see. Where is? Where is this screen? Like, I don't know what it's showing out up here. Let me see. Maybe if I put this back on. Oh, I think it's this one. No? No? No. It's definitely this one, for sure. But I don't know where this screen is at that it's showing you. Let's see, if I come over here, what happens? Let's see if anything changes on here. Anything changing? Nothing is changing. What screen is this? Is there another screen that I don't see that's here? No. What is... Where is this? Should I call Melissa? I'm gonna FaceTime her. Let's see what she says. Let me see. Wait. Let's put this back. Okay. Okay. Let's see what she says. Melissa. Hey. She has my phone right now. Wow. She didn't answer it? That's crazy. That's crazy. Y'all think she's going through my phone right now? You think she's trying to see her in my DMs? Oh, she answering. Were you going through my phone when I called you? You said what? You said what? Oh, how do I put the screen on the screen? What do you mean with the continuity? So okay, the problem I'm having right now is when I share the screen, because right now it's on the TV. Like, can you see on the TV? Oh, I definitely moved the laptop, thinking that using a laptop. Okay, let's try this again. Right? You see it? Okay, so when I click this, right, it brings me here. Right here it says Donovan only. Okay, I click that, right? But when I click it, I don't know what it's showing me. I don't know where this is. Are you looking at the screen? Are you looking at the TV? Okay. Right now, Donovan only is on. Donovan only is off. This is sharing a screen, right? Right, but where is this actual screen at? How do I, like, I don't know where that is.
Mirroring the screen, or is it two separate screens?
It's two separate. Listen, I don't know. When you come back up here, I guess I'll let you figure it out. Because I don't know why it's doing that.
Okay.
Yeah. But,
I'll be up in like 5.
alright. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. It doesn't matter, I guess, right? But what I want to tell you guys, it's weird because now I'm able to see which candles are selling more of because of how I wrote it down, how I keep the stats of it. I can see which fragrance sells more, which size sells more. Recently, we were selling too many of the little treats that we have, like the smaller candles. So we decided to try something different. So normally at the park they're $15, but on the website they're $20. We changed the price to $20 just to slow down people buying the candles too much. Lo and behold, it didn't really change much necessarily. People started buying more of them in terms of like at a time. And then what I've noticed is people have been buying more of the middle-sized candle instead of the smaller one. So that's a new thing, right? So we sold less candles this month. I think I told you earlier we had 179 sales last month and like 124 this month. So we had 50 less sales this month. And I worked one less day, and I was only short $600. And the last 3 days I did were like boo-boo days. They were just like weird. A lot of people came outside. It was just very weird days. I should have done like 300 or so for those days. I might have did like 100 and some change. One of the days I was outside from 12 to basically 6 o'clock and didn't get a sale at all until after that. So they were just very, very weird days. So I'm a big analytics guy. I love looking at numbers. I love seeing trends. And right now, our average net profit for each day is $203, and our average net margin is 73%. So like I said, I love looking at that. And I have the money that we have made for each candle. I just love looking at numbers. I was going to show y'all the freaking thing, but I don't know why it's acting weird. What else we have happened since last week? Oh, funny enough, yeah, I remember the company the Rumble that they do the boxing. They actually reached out to us again, and they want us to do 2 days this month instead of just one. So I don't know what made them decide to double up on it, but they were excited about the picture that Melissa sent them, and they said, "Hey, we would love to have you guys come another day." Someone else asked us to come and do an event, and this year we've been telling everybody, listen, if the event you asking us to do requires us to pay money, we are not going to the event. That's it. That's literally how we've been operating. They say it to us like, "Oh, listen, we are not doing paid events right now. Everything we're doing is free. I'm not spending. There's no debt required. Like, we're not going into no more debt as for the foreseeable future. Everything we're bootstrapping at this point. Just straight up, strictly bootstrapping the business." So we're looking at all partnerships that we can do that are non-paid promotional type events. That's what we want. People that already have an established business and they want to bring something in for their people, so their clients, as a little extra cherry on top. We are not trying to partner with somebody that's trying to build their name off of having their own some type of market. We don't want that. And the one that hit us up recently, they were like, "Oh, it's $250." And I'm like, they said, "Oh, we're going to have 120 people be at the place." I'm like, "You're going to have 120 people be at the place for $250? I'm like, that's not it. And you're probably going to have like 5, 7, 10 vendors or something like that. I'm good. I'm absolutely good on that. I'm trying to see what else I had on my notes for this week. I covered the park. Yeah, I don't know. You might have seen 420. That was kind of crazy. What else? I feel like there's something else that happened. I can't remember what it is. And I wrote it down on my phone, but I must have my phone in my notes. Oh, look at that. No. Yeah, I see my phone too. I want to see the notes. How he just signs on this new box.
Right.
What happened?
Fine, sure.
You gotta give him props. Cause he ain't even used no claws, no nothing. He just got up there.
This is new. He never been on my lap in it. That's not true. I had something else on my lap when he was here.
Meow. Right.
Okay, what happened?
I'm so Jamaican.
Oh, yeah. Is it by your shirt? He's trying to share the screen. Kick my whole testicle.
Listen, you can't rub up on me and him at the same time.
He said, "Watch me."
Right.
Hit you with the shirt. He all in my face.
Yeah, bro, he got his bumper all on me. He's messing with my train of thought. Okay.
He licked you.
Yes, his nose is cold. And you said, where is this screen?
Right.
Sir, you moving my whole arm. No behavior. Funny enough, it's fake.
Right.
It's
here.
fake this one, right?
Right, but this is that screen that's here is not what's up there. Cause that was on. When you look at this here, this is old. That's not even up here. I really like you on me like that, bro. If I start sneezing, my eyes start to hurt already. See? You see?
Sir, leave my elbow. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. Let me see. And that's weird.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna wrap the podcast up though. So I'm going back out tomorrow. We out here, grinding and all of that.
Okay, it should be good now.
Yeah, that's how I'll keep it for next time. But this guy's crazy. So bye from
He's
the.
such a big baby.
Oh, bye from. Stay relax,
Right.
bro. My bad.
He is over.
Relax from the Gray. Good night from the Gray family. We will see y'all next week. We are actually working on getting more consistent with the podcast. It's not there yet. Give us a couple more weeks, and we will for sure have it every single time period like this exact time. But I would love chatting with y'all. Y'all was here, and I will see y'all in the next one.